Uh-huh. There we go. Well, but now, oh, there we go. Wow. So there you go. That's the fancy new paint. Did you guys see that? Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Oh wait, no. Stop. Yeah, true story, man. You make a YouTube channel and people just make stuff for your show for you. It's pretty amazing, actually. Tonight, this paradoxical existential stance transformation. It could be a monster party. It should be a monster party. It's Friday. I couldn't summon the energy this morning. I could probably do it now, but I wanted to go. Aeon has done a great distillate, which is like when there's a long video and you take a series of clips for it and you loom them together in the loom room, and then it's a clip distillate is what we call them around these parts. And Aeon / Ardlian maybe has made one, and it's pretty awesome. It's in the loom room of the Discord. And if we do a monster party, then I'll run those clips while we fight the monster. Hey, Marty Stauffer is in the house. You have fancy production things. The agency definitely... No, there is no agency. It clearly said it. Oh, you too. Hey, Lenny, we still need to talk. I know. That was like so fancy. Fancy Jacob Sonnenberg. Good vibes from you and to you myself. Or what? We're virtually not alone. You see the bubble? We're all together now. Let's do savings throws, shall we? Here, look, this is fancy also. Is the background music still running? Me and Nolan wrote that. It's beautiful, isn't it? All right. So you should know by now, but if you don't, here you go. We do savings throws against mind control, because even if you just count the advertisements, you're swimming in mind control all the time. All the time. And so we give you savings throws against them. If you get over 10, you take half damage. What do you mean over 10? Over 10 on these die here. I roll 4 of them, but you only get one choice. You choose between survival, social, wisdom, and that was a nat 1, or heart. And then I roll, and if it's over 10, you get half damage from the mind control. And if it's a 7 and you commented on the last stream, then you get the +3 for the comment, and it counts as over 10. Anyway, choose survivalist with the... Oh, it was an 8. I swear I saw it was an 8, but it re-rolled to a 13 when it slipped out of my fingers, so that's valid. That's valid for you. Socialists, you did get the 8, and I didn't drop it. Sophists, lovers of wisdom with a 5. And heart folk. Oh, heart folks. Look at that. You got a nat 1. This is really going to get to you, but it's like John Vervaeke defining faith. So it kind of should get to you, I think. Marty chose wisdom, which was whatever. Touched by an angel, agency confirmed. All right. So what happened? The order it was presented to me was in Sherry's magical Grail quest with the reappearance of the mysterious Tyler figure. We need trading cards for the mysterious characters in the corner, I think. Here's parts of that. No, wait, because you have to pull this over here. And then do this over here. Present a share screen, Brave tab, Grail Quest, share tab audio, share play.
And that seems to me, when I really introspect that,
and then put it on normal speed for everybody else.
Really does seem to be like what drives me subconsciously or unconsciously. I find myself continuously confronted by things that are like in remembrance to something I'm needing to like be aware of or become aware of and like awaken to. It's fascinating. Like, and I can miss it. Like I can miss it paying attention to other things. And that's the subtlety, I think, that you miss out on when you're in the thrill that Lance is avoiding, right? Like
this just in, Lance is avoiding a thrill.
That's why beyond a certain point to engage in that reduces your capacity to participate in the subtlety and the nuance of that. And that's what I think is that's that weird, difficult transition. It's very Alice in Wonderland, because as I age and as I attune myself to this greater and greater subtlety, wisdom.
As I age and attune myself to this greater and greater subtlety,
whatever you want to call it, it's less and less relevant to the eternal yes of my children. And yet, like, I have to somehow recapture that continuously, as you were alluding to, like folding the child back in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I seem to decay inside, right? Like,
yeah, because you are not what you look like, right? What you look like is dying, and that is not what you are.
Right, and what I look like is that which was built by my actions.
I just wanted to say something to one of the comments here really quick. We have Runaway Rascal says, to that point, there's also something about the indwelling of the Spirit being integral to creation as well. And I would say yes, which is why St. Maximus says he is Pentecost of Christ.
He is Pentecost.
Yes.
Wow, I think that's really there's a part where he says paradox of no, and that's what I'm trying to get to, but we're not there tonight. But that's okay, because tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world, I'll turn it inside out. Yeah, I'm floating around on ecstasy, in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me. Because I'm having myself a real good time. You can come on. There's a link in the thing. I am the law. What?
Maxwell is Pentecost.
Maximus.
No, Maximus says of Christ, he is Pentecost. Which
Christ
is what
Pentecost.
Right. And if I don't know if you saw the conversation between Jason Baxter and Mark Vernon or not, but Jason Baxter was saying something interesting about what he thought about what Barfield reminding C.S. Lewis because of his.
Did you see the leaps that poor man has to do? He's like, the citations are 3 levels deep just to say
his desire to have a temperate view toward mysticism. What he said, Barfield said to him is, "You're forgetting Pentecost, Jack.
You're forgetting Pentecost, Jack."
Like, that was what Barfield actually said to Lewis.
Okay, so can you elaborate on that, on what you mean by he is Pentecost? He is the indwelling of the Spirit? Is that what you mean?
Well, okay, so...
All right. Spoiler alert, okay? The indwelling of the Spirit is the paradoxical yes to the universal no. I couldn't make it. I can make it when nobody else is here, but when it's my show, I can't. Anyway, here's some of this.
A theme that has been imposing.
I don't know. Everybody's making a big deal. The guy on the bottom, I guess it's DC Schindler, but they keep calling him David.
itself on my reflection the last couple years is this idea. I mean, with the vertical is both up and down at the same time, and I think that one of the ways maybe to look at this tension that you described very well, because I know what that experience that you're talking about very well. One of the ways is to recognize that the movement upwards increasingly it's evident to me that it coincides with a deeper entry into things, and so you find yourself actually both.
Yes. He was doing the yes. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Simultaneously freer and more attached to things. That I think that's a kind of an experiential description of this simultaneity of transcendence and immanence that you
guys feel it? Do you feel in the core of your being? Join with me now to feel the simultaneity of eminence and transcendence. Away.
Your movement is not to abandon things, but to deepen your relationship with them, and you discover that you deepen your relationship with them only if you're also entering into this higher level of perspective and freedom and so forth. So it's a very complex thing, but yeah, I don't know how that strikes the two of you.
I think it strikes me well. Did you want me to respond to Ken, or did you want to respond directly to David first?
The only thing I would say is my first child was born 2 weeks ago, so I'm very I'm very
way to go, baby maker.
Aware currently of the move inward and outward at the same time kind of thing.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring in, because and I want to try and sort of slow down it, because it sounds like we need some fine grained stuff here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You know, guys, I have all these different options for like ways to present during the presentation, and this one looks like we could do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 on this stuff if you click that link up there.
What David described to me sounds equally like a description of love. The more I fall in love with my partner, the more deeper levels of my psyche are disclosed to me. The outward and inward are completely interpenetrating, and it's also not singular. It's like, because I'm affording the same for her as she's affording for me.
Oh, you feel that affordance,
I can talk
baby?
about those as two things, but they're one in a really powerful way. And so I tend to therefore think of faithfulness, faith as faithfulness.
This is the part.
Attitude.
You see this? Remember, I'm sure you remember, when I talked to Swedlow, I gave him my take on faith, and then I come across here my Troll Crush's take on faith. So I had to share it with everybody. Here it is.
Because again, I don't think of love as an emotion. I think of love as an existential stance, because love can make you happy, sad, angry, right. So, and it's even less a feeling, because it's right. So it's not an emotion, right? It's an existential stance. And then what I take faithfulness to be is the act of deeply identifying with that love. So when I'm faithful to my partner, I am saying this existential stance, I'm deeply identifying with it. So it's not even, it's beyond a commitment. It's who I am and who I'm becoming. It's a deep level of identification. And so when I'm faithful to her, it's I don't claim to have, arcane knowledge of her, or right, or I know all about her, or anything. That's, in fact, that would kill the relationship if I dared take that stance. It's instead, it's like, no, I have this, I'm in this existential stance of love, and I profoundly identify with it. I'm faithful to it. That's
Yeah.
how I understand faith. I understand it as the faithfulness to the existential stance of love.
Yeah.
How does that land?
Oh, that's
Oh, did you see? Oh, what?
that's
Understand faith. I understand it as the faithfulness to the existential stance of love.
Yeah.
How does that land?
Oh, that's excellent. Again,
Faith is the faithfulness to the existential stance of love. BBK's hands are mesmerizing. I want to eat his doughy little fingers. An emoji that didn't show up in Streamlabs. Okay, I guess we'll just keep with this for a minute.
all these things are just resonating. A couple of things that I would add to that to sort of complement what you said, and I'd be interested in your reaction. I recall once. I was pretty sure I read this in Jean-Luc Marion, but I've never been able to find it again. So it could have been something else. But a description of falling in love, where the author, whoever it was, said that when you fall in love, the whole world sort of disappears. Everything else becomes meaningless. And I thought, you know what? That's false. That's not true.
I agree. I agree.
In fact, it seems to me just the opposite. That I've had experiences like that, but that always tended to be very disordered kinds of, not real love. But the experience of love, you find that you're the very description that you gave about where you identify in some fundamental way with the other person, you find that the whole world gets more interesting.
Yes.
You know, with this person, other things, and you find yourself actually freer and able to give things more attention, precisely as the kind of fruit of this attachment to the person. And I think that opens up, and this is the second point, you know, in a very natural way to the God question.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating that when people get married, it's apparently often the case that if they haven't gone to church in a really long time, when they're preparing for marriage, they start talking about, you know, going to church, and you know, there's a practical reason for that, and that is, you know, they start thinking about, well, we're going to raise a family, and, you know, we need to think about what our kids and so forth. And I think that's a very profound and true thing. But I also think that there's something just naturally that the God question sort of naturally arises from this attachment to, you know, from this experience of love. And I think in any really genuine experience of love, that,
I don't know. Have any of you had a genuine experience of love that did it make you think that maybe God existed? Because love? Did it give you a more vibrant interaction with the arena of the world? Are any of you yahoos gonna click the chat link and come in here? These and other questions we answer live here on the Griswold Grim live stream show now with the fancy. I always feel like it. Oh no, it's just me. Hey, welcome back. Bong is working on it. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen Bong Hall in a month and 6 years. I don't know. It's been a while, huh, Bong? So I don't know, dude. It's like the me who does live streams and the me who watches this corner stuff aren't necessarily the same eye positions, and we have this awkward opponent processing tension going on with that. And I could explain the thumbnail. The deal with the thumbnail is there's this guy on Twitter named Kale Zeldin, and he's doing this American conservative podcast with this guy named Rod Dreher, and who apparently has had a conversation with Papa Peterson. I didn't see it. Anywho, apparently this Louise Perry friend of his wrote this new book with the same title that is titled on the thumbnail. And their advertising agency decided that the best cover for the book was a box of tissue with those words written on it. And I thought that, my thumbnail idea, a rejected cover from 50 Shades of Grey, would make a better thumbnail for such a controversial title. And so I slapped one together and tweeted it to see if he'd see it and give a shit. And no, I don't think anyone gave a shit about that particular tweet, but I recycled the image into today's thumbnail. So there is apparently a book called These Things That I can't even see the thumbnail anymore. Magic, yes, you have. I genuinely love you. Thank you for the potluck and everything you do. And also, our good friend, the gentlemanly rascal. Gentleman among lobster monkeys, not like that other fella, Goose. I still haven't given him his hat back, but it's good to see you, sir. I'm sorry I forgot to bring you over. I'm a terrible host from time to time. So what was it? The marriage, the sexual liberation, reconsidering the sexual liberation. It's a terrible trap. Hold on. Sexual Revolution, Louise Perry. Let's find that lady's book. We can be a bookstore since we're all by ourselves. Why does the sexual provocative thesis of feminist author Louise Perry? Oh, wait, no, this one, that one, and then that one. There we go. Let's read some Daily Mail together. When Emma Watson, the film star and women's rights campaigner, was criticized for showing her titties on the cover of Vanity Fair, she hit back by asserting feminism is about giving women... Oh, I can't read that. Anyway, it's a book. I thought the cover was better. The one I wanted to do. Oh, you guys. There's a love fest going on in the Hive Mind chat. You guys want to do it? You guys want to do what you call it? One of the monster parties? If you would like to do a monster party, please either buzz or use the bee emoji in the Hive Mind chat. And if I see 5, then I know there'll be enough monkeys for a mop. See you, Lenny. I'll see you for I know there's enough people wanting to do a monster party that we should do one. Otherwise, I got D&D in like an hour and a half. So, I mean, you just keep coming around, Boggy. We'll catch you next time. Magic is down. Magic is... see, we haven't... Entropy's kind of a badass, is the thing. Entropy's I already brought him out in the thumbnail, but not so much in the actual fighting yet. So, like, everybody knows there's a big fight with Entropy coming up. I'll show you. He's terrifying. I can choose a different background here. It can be in the water. Oh, present it. You see, this is Entropy over here, folks. The next monster fight is against this fella. His name is Entropy. He's got a special move or two. And he does these waves of entropy thing, and they put a marker on you. And then you have 3 rounds of losing hit points because of if you don't make your saving throw. So it's a pretty tough fight. I want to know what the thumbnail is and how men and women are affected by the sexual revolution and also TV dinners. Well, fine. I do like to deliver on the thumbnails. And this is the thumbnail. Wait, there it is. Come here. Oh, you have to press the button over here. This is the complete thumbnail. You guys, I had to cut off Louise Perry's name to get the rest of it. So I'm just it's not hers. It's my case against the sexual revolution. A new guide to sex in the 21st century. You know what the new guide to sex in the 21st century is? Christian Tantra. Oh, I do want to talk to you someday soon, Joey. It's more of a screw around stream than a good one, though. So maybe next week is better. Maybe next week is better. And turkeys. Oh, you want to do all this research, TV and TV dinners, but you make the world's best turkey. The revolution was a bust. What do you mean? You can even have a penis attached now. Holy, ladies and gentlemen, it's bong all. You make the world's best turkey.
I finally got it working. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear me hearing me.
Okay, yeah, no, I turned that down. I gotta adjust some of my settings here.
That's kind of, you got the mirror meta level up ongoing on screen. I like that. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who was like the most who understood the premise of Virtually Not Alone back in my Lemonland D-Live days. Yes, Lynn Lavoie, Christian Tantra is the future of the sexual revolution. But, you know, I don't like I'm not supposed to give out spoilers like that. So.
That's weird. Is this the mic you're hearing me from?
I am hearing you when you hold that.
Oh, no,
mic
you're
to
hearing
your
me
face.
from my device.
There you are.
Is there an echo? See, I got to go through. I'm setting up a new computer, so I really apologize. I probably should have waited a minute.
No, it's good to see you. It's fine. I'm hearing you fine, and I'm not getting an echo. I don't know. I assume nobody else is, since I'm not. Let us know in the chat if you encounter an echo, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you will, though. In the meantime, remember.
Heck with it.
Yes, we're clear on the echoes. So what the heck has been going on?
Oh, staying in trouble mostly. Mostly just staying in trouble.
You still over in Lemonland?
I do still have my account going, yes.
Yeah, but you were actively streaming when I quit.
Uh-oh.
Or starting to.
Yeah. Oh, there I go. I'm going now. Okay. No, what I ended up doing, I'm actually at Foxhole and D-Live at the moment.
There's a Foxhole place? What's that like? Is it crypto too?
It's actually pretty good. It's one of the newer free speech platforms or whatever, but
free speech is the new brand of platform. That's awesome.
Turn the volume up just a little bit because I'm having trouble hearing.
Do you have a YouTube channel? Magic would like to know.
Yes, actually I do. Yeah, Bong Hall. It's there.
I will find it. You tell us what happened. But what's this Foxhole? Tell me about your Foxhole, man. When did you start that?
Pilled.net. I started it about a month ago. And I'll tell you what, I get more viewers on my replays than I do actual viewers on D-Live. So
that's a good time to leave.
Right. So I mean, I'm just kind of hanging, streaming to both platforms at the moment.
Do you do you know anything about disc golf?
Oh yeah, I got disc golf videos on my channel.
I was gonna say, because it seems to be that your channel name is Slick Disc Golf.
Right.
You do in the new @handles, which is I guess now also the URL, which I provided for the folks in the chat.
Oh, no sound. There we go. Give me a little bit of background for you.
That looks familiar.
Just a little bit.
It's like dancing fractals. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? I love that shit.
Yeah. So what are the topics of the day on a free speech platform?
For me, it's mostly just satire and funny shit. I do some suspicious observers. Hang out, get stoned like I usually do.
Where is the North Pole these days? I haven't checked in a while. It was pretty close to Iceland the last time I remember.
I haven't seen that lately. I think it's every great once in a while he'll talk about that, but I know it's moving. That much I know.
The last time I looked in on him, the stuff he was saying was so cult indoctrination-y.
Some of it, yes.
It was getting very, very thick, and I was like, okay, man, I can't be a part of that anymore.
Right.
I try to
No,
do
I just
on
like
here.
the updates on the sun, like the sun weather news,
Mhm.
CMEs, auroras, stuff like that.
If there's a monster, there was only 2 people who buzzed for the monster party, so I'm afraid that we don't have enough. And now I'm coaching in on D&D time, Marty. So,
Uh-oh.
it's somebody reached out and invited me to a game, which hadn't happened in a long time, and I've found, it's good for me to put away all my thinking for a while and be some idiot that fights monsters. And that's part of, like, I wouldn't have discovered the owl bear that I do the monster parties with if it wasn't for that. It's a fun little beast, and like people getting to watch the dice rolls instead of me having to hold them up like bingo numbers. I ain't lying though. I don't mind the bingo number market because I think, especially as far as Virtually Not Alone goes, like if they make their way off of the set and onto the internet, there's a silver tsunami of lonely people who spend all day alone in the houses by themselves.
Right.
And so if we can be something for those people, then I don't know, karma points maybe.
Right. No, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes, in the D&D game I played, there is absolutely no thinking required, which is a nice vacation.
Oh,
Magic
man,
is trying to bring enough for the monster party against entropy.
I'll monster party with you.
All right. Well, there's 3. We need 1 more volunteer lobster monkey.
Well, what if I say I'm they, them, and I take 2?
No, we don't tolerate that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm getting kind of nervous. There was a slump around 660 subscribers that I kept going up and down and around. But now that I've cleared that slump, it seems to be like steadily climbing. And if it gets to 1,000, my channel gets reviewed. So I'm debating whether or not I need to do a channel self-censor review or not. And but it's exciting too. Like that, as that number creeps up, I'm like, oh, impending doom. Impending it. I don't know. I guess the monster parties are kind of fun. Lynn, are you still around? Jesus, are you gonna be survival? That's like the standard, folks. The regulars, those who love me enough to play my silly games. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
I don't know where the chair is. It's all good.
We have no 4th volunteer, and there's no way the 3 of you can fight entropy, just Bong and Magic and Marty.
That's okay, man. Next time.
Yes. Look at this guy. He's no joke. He's no joke. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go get ready for the D&D. Boggers, thanks for stopping in, bro.
Hey, I at least had to say hi, man. I seen the StreamYards link, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go say hi. I haven't talked to Grim in probably almost a year now.
I want to do more relaxing stuff on Fridays, as long as I'm doing stuff on Fridays. So, but I was so moved by my troll crush finally defining faith that I had to bring that out. That's good, Lynn.
Uh-oh. You're good.
I'm out as well for the game tonight. See you, Bog. I love you, everybody. Have a good night. Hey, we have a close button now. Watch. It says welcome. Why'd you call it the close? I don't know. Oh, because it says don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Everyone, I'm glad you got to meet Bong. I'll be seeing you because this is what I do. I hope you enjoyed the definition of faith. That is the what the hell was it? Love as my faithfulness to the existential stance of love. Not to be a pest, but what? No. What? Honeybees. Honeybees.